Good morning. It's Easter Monday today. It's day 18 of our 35-day lockdown, if indeed it's going to be 35 days. And that's quite significant because it means we're over halfway today. And that's a pretty cool thought to hold on to. Last night was Easter Sunday, and I sat transfixed at a performance by Andrea Bocelli at the Duomo in Milan. It was an extraordinary performance of generosity and of sharing. And I didn't understand a single word of it until he stepped out onto the steps outside and sang Amazing Grace. But for that entire performance, I was mesmerized. That Duomo in Milan took about 6 centuries to complete, and it can house 40,000 people. And last night, there were only 2 people present, the organist and Bocelli. But YouTube tells me that 4 million people logged in to listen. And the world has been so much the richer for his generosity and his sharing. And that got me to thinking about what is it that we share? What is it that we can give? And I was reminded of an incident some years ago. I was eating breakfast at the Mug and Bean in Woodmead with a colleague. We'd had our coffees, and along with the coffees came a gift of a small biscuit, totally anti-Tim Noakes kind of biscuit. Being on some kind of a diet then, I think, we took our biscuits and shared them with the car guards along with a cash tip we gave to a man called Patrick. What was astounding is that Patrick immediately took one of those biscuits to his colleague on the other side of the car park and gave it to him in an act of sharing and generosity. And it made quite an impression on me in an extract from an essay that I wrote at the time. Patrick may not make the Sunday headlines, and it will not change the policies around energy or education. But if leadership is about giving, then we saw it starkly, even in the form of a simple shared snack. What could our leaders give us to allay our angst, filter our fears, and prevent us from packing for Portugal? Perhaps just a little more openness and honesty, accountability and action, care and concern. And perhaps some of those are happening right now. Like Patrick, the generous car guard, I too may not be able to impact on the loudest or most silent of political personas, with all their masks and mouthpieces. But I know that I could be more giving, especially of the things that really count: love and the ability to listen, time and truth and trust, and energy with all my enthusiasm. Leadership only demands of us that which we are capable to give. Those are the simple things, and if I can't give them, then I'm not leading. Never again will I leave a biscuit on the saucer. It can be that simple sometimes. And so at this time, while we are busy Marie Kondoing the clothes out of our cupboards and the food out of our freezers, we have uniced something close to 30 bags of soup that have been just sitting there, waiting, I guess, for this rainy day. And so this question of sharing may be about what could we share that we already have? What is it that's lying in the bottom of our freezers that would be so welcome for many others? And I hope that's a question that holds you today. Whether it's song or soup or sentiment, what is it that we could be sharing today? Tomorrow is Tuesday, and I think we'll go back into the bush to learn some of the lessons from nature. Until then, have a magnificent Monday.